consultant to organizations, and I work strictly with credit unions because I like their philosophy of cooperativism and people helping people. And I work with management teams and help them become inspirational leaders. And then I work with volunteer boards of directors and facilitate strategic planning, and I train trainers how to be trainers. In our project in Africa, for example, we created a structure and a curriculum that girls could get off the streets, come to the center, and learn a skill that would allow them to go back out and not be dependent, A, on putting their hand out to beg, and B, on other people giving them, development agencies or governments giving them money, but allowing them to preserve their own dignity and learn a skill that they take with them wherever they are. Asa was 11 years old. She was brought to the village, or to the city from the village, with her blind uncle. She would lead her blind uncle around the city during the non-growing season to beg for food, and the idea was to take food back to the village because they had no food in the village. We recruited her to be a part of the center and asked the uncle if it would be okay that she came to our center every day because that would prevent them from having to beg. For Asa, she went from not eating every day to having a full meal, to starting a savings account, and to have an entire annual salary in her savings account at the credit union in Mali as a result of this program, and now she gets to send money back to the village and they get to have food. Asa created a product that we now call the Spilled Beads Necklace, and it's one of our best products because it came from her heart. It was something that she came up with. It was a new way of thinking about an activity, and she did it herself. Now, I was the vehicle to ask her questions, but that brilliant young woman has created a product that is probably one of our best sellers. It's the Spilled Bead Necklace. So here's a child who went from begging to businesswoman in 18 months using creativity and her own power to change her life. That's why I do what I do. For me, it was, how can I be fulfilled and do good in the world at the same time within my capacity? I have a skill. I know what the skill is. I'm very clear about it. I'm not apologetic about it at all. I have a skill of facilitating processes. I have a skill of helping people to do self-discovery. I know those are skills I have, so why wouldn't I want to use those in ways that bring me joy and happen to help someone else improve the quality of their life? Wow. So I think one of the first steps as people who want to become engaged in a different way in life is to figure out, what are you really good at? And don't be humble. Shout it out. I know I'm good at telling a story. So if that's what you're good at, tell stories. I need more storytellers in my organization. I need people to go out and tell the stories. I have fabulous volunteers who now understand the story, and their goal is to tell the story, period. That's it. Find a cause you like, and every opportunity you get, talk about it. My bigger vision is that we connect the world's poor helping the poor. So, for example, here in Seattle, that women going back into the workplace work in a retail environment and learn to sell the products from the poor women in Africa. And then they're learning skills, the girls are learning skills, and they're supporting each other. That would be something I'd like to explore here in Seattle. It doesn't have to be about going to Africa. It can be about being moved by something and not allowing it to stay at the wow, that was moving stage.